Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you some of the most effective asanas you can do whenever you feel stressed, anxious, or even a little bit panicky perhaps. If you feel like one of these postures works particularly well for you, I encourage you to pause the video and hold it for a little bit longer or do a couple more repetitions. So, especially if you're feeling a little bit anxious right now in this moment and you're not just doing it as a preventative practice, or actually everyone, even like no matter why you're here, like whenever you practice yoga, I recommend to do the Ujjayi breath. So the Ujjayi breath is a pranayama that really works to help you stay more focused and grounded and alleviate anxiety. So it sounds a little bit weird. I'm going to demonstrate it. So essentially you create some sort of resistance in your throat. You keep breathing through your nose, and the pranayama is also called ocean breath because of its sound. So it sounds something like this. If you're new to yoga, in the beginning you might feel a little bit awkward during Ujjayi breaths, but trust me, in no time it's gonna be second nature, and it really helps to enhance the benefits of your yoga practice. So without further ado, let's get right into the postures. You can do it to feel better very soon, hopefully. So we are going to start in a simple tabletop posture. So bring your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Spread your fingers apart, press them into the yoga mat, each and every one. And from here, let's just do some simple cat-cows. So inhale, drop your spine towards the ground for cow pose. Look up a little bit. And exhale, round your spine, push the earth away from you for cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And on your own time, just keep doing a couple more repetitions. If you'd like to, you can also take the washing machine variation. If you're doing the circles, then change directions. And come back to tabletop. We are going to take a little bit of a balancing challenge here. So on your next exhale, bring your right elbow and your left knee together like this. And as you inhale, extend your arm and your leg. Form a long line all the way from your fingertips to the tips of your toes, while keeping your core engaged and pressing into your left hand. Bring your elbow and your knee together once again. On your inhale, extend your arm and your leg. You can imagine someone pulling your wrist and your ankle and just pulling you in both directions at the same time. Exhale, elbow to knee. And inhale, last one. One more deep breath in. And on your exhale, come back to tabletop. Do any neutralizing movements you might feel like doing. And whenever you're ready, repeat everything on the other side. So bring your left elbow to your right knee. And inhale to reach. Your back foot can be either flexed or pointed, it doesn't matter, but just make sure to keep it engaged in some way. On your exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale, reach. Again, bonus points if you're doing everything with while doing Ujjayi breaths. Bring your knee and your elbow together. Inhale, last one. Keep your core engaged. And on your next exhale, come back to tabletop. Once again, option to do any neutralizing movements. And whenever you're ready, tuck your toes and make your way into down dog. As always, you don't need to straighten your knees. You also don't need to bring your heels to the ground. Just focus on pressing into your hands and creating a long line in your spine. Let's do a breathing exercise here. It's really simple. You just take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you just open your mouth and sigh it out. 2 more. Take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. Last one. And whenever you're ready, gently walk your hands towards your feet towards your hands, for standing forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees a little bit, grab your opposite elbows, and slowly sway from side to side. With every exhalation, see if you can let go of any tension in your body a little bit more. And whenever you're ready, bring your fingertips down towards the ground. Bend your knees a little bit more and like a yoga mat, vertebrae by vertebrae, come back up. We are going to do tree pose next. So start in Tadasana, mountain pose. Really try to ground your feet into your yoga mat as much as you can. And decide on which side you feel like starting. So I usually start with my right leg as my standing leg. And whenever you're ready, bend your left knee. So there are many different variations of tree pose. You can do this one, which is already considered a solid tree pose. So you just come onto your tiptoes and rotate your knee to the side as much as you can. And can stay like this. So if you feel like challenging yourself a little bit more, you can also bring your foot either below or above your right knee, just not on top of your knee, please. And find a drishti, a point in front of you that doesn't move, where you can focus your attention on. If you fall out of the posture, just come right back in. And for a mudra, I personally recommend Hakini mudra, where you simply press each and every fingertip against the fingertip of the opposite hand, like this. Keep your shoulders away from your ears and your legs engaged, and try to just focus on your drishti and on your breath. Again, if you fall out of the pose, just come right back in. Take one more deep breath in, wherever you are. And on your exhale, with control, bring your foot that was up back down. Perhaps take a moment to neutralize. And whenever you're ready, repeat everything on the other side. So plant your other foot firmly into the ground. And once again, find the variation that works for you. Might be different than the variation you did on the first side, and that's totally okay. Keep your fingertips pressing against one another gently, while keeping your shoulders relaxed. Inhale deeply and exhale, bring your foot back down, shake it out, and either take a couple more repetitions or make your way onto... No, we're actually going to start in child's pose. So bring your knees mat distance apart. You can also keep them together, just find what feels best at this moment in time. Melt your upper body forward and perhaps massage your bra bone a little bit by rocking from side to side like this. From here, I encourage you to listen to your body, see what it might feel like doing. I personally really like to just lie on one ear, so I'm gonna start lying on my left ear and Then I'm gonna bring my hands on top of the soles of my feet like this. As always, remember to switch ears. Take one extra deep breath in. And on your exhale, make your way onto your back. We are going to do bridge pose, which is excellent for alleviating anxiety. You simply bend your knees. Your feet should be hip distance apart and close to your hands, to your body. And what's essential in bridge pose is that you really press your arms and the palms of your hands into the mat to protect your neck. Also squeeze your shoulder blades together and don't let your knees drop to the sides, keep them parallel. So take a deep breath in, and whenever you're ready, lift your glutes up. For bridge pose, you can also grab the outside edges of your yoga mat or interlace your fingers if that's easier. Keep your legs engaged and please stay connected to your Ujjayi breath as well. And whenever you've had enough vertebrae by vertebrae, lower your hips back down, hug your knees in, sway from side to side a couple times. If you'd like to do a happy baby pose, either grab the outside edges of your feet or your big toes with your peace fingers and just stay in a static posture. Or again, sway from side to side, stretching and bending one knee at a time. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower your feet back down to the mat. Extend your arms in a T shape. Hop your hips to the right. And let your knees drop to the left side of your yoga mat. Look over your right shoulder while keeping both of your shoulders grounded as much as possible. The next exhale, bring your knees back up to center. Look over your left shoulder, drop your knees to the right to come into a spinal twist on the other side. Your next exhale, bring your knees back up and your head as well. If you feel like taking a regular Shavasana, go ahead and do so. If you still feel a little bit anxious, it might feel better to just lie on your side, hug your knees in and give yourself a hug in a nice comfy fetal position. Thank yourself for having shown up on your yoga mat, even though it might not have been that easy today. And if you already feel like getting up, then just push yourself into any comfortable seated posture of your choice. I really hope that you feel a little bit better. Feel free to repeat these asanas as many times as you feel like it. Anxiety can feel really dangerous and difficult, but you got this and you're not alone. Thanks for showing up for yourself on your yoga mat. Namaste.